If you keep waking up between 2 and 4 in the morning, and it's not just once in a while, it's a pattern. I need you to hear this clearly because most people make it mean something dramatic about them. You're not weak, you're not broken, you're not bad at sleep. Most of the time, you don't have an insomnia problem. You have a downshift problem. And I'm not just saying that as a catchy phrase. I'm saying it because your body is not waking you up to punish you. Your body wakes you up to protect you. That 2 to 4 a.m. window is when sleep naturally gets lighter for a lot of people. Your temperature shifts, hormones start moving in the background as your body slowly prepares for morning. That part can be normal. But if your baseline is already tense, if your body is already guarded, then the normal shift becomes a moment you pop awake. And your brain does what brains do. It tries to solve your whole life at 3:07 a.m. like it's a productive meeting. And it's not. At 3 a.m., your mind isn't wise, it's just loud. Before I go deeper, I should tell you why I'm even talking about this, because this is episode 1, and you might be thinking, who the hell is this guy? Why the hell should I care? I was a firefighter and a paramedic, and at the same time, I was running my training business full time. So my life for years was basically controlled chaos. High stress, shift work, adrenaline, responsibility, and then trying to be a normal human in between. And sleep was not some cute wellness thing for me. It was survival. And then what really messed with me was after leaving the fire department. A lot of people think when you leave a high-stress job, you just automatically recover. That's not how the body works. My system stayed on duty. So I started tracking my sleep because I didn't want opinions, I wanted data. And there were nights I was waking up 25 to 30 times. Not always fully awake like, hey, good morning, but waking up enough that my body never got the deep recovery it needed. And I realized something that changed how I look at this. A lot of what people call insomnia is the nervous system refusing to stand down. It's vigilance, it's stress physiology, it's breathing patterns, it's blood sugar, it's pain, it's grief. It's the body doing what it thinks it has to do to keep you safe. So I'm not coming at this like some sleep guru. I'm coming at this like someone who had to learn how to train the downshift the hard way. And I want to hand that to you without needing years of suffering to get it. Now I'm going to make this personal for a second because this happened to me yesterday. I've been sick. I've had a cold, we have a new dog in the house, and my dog died about a month ago. So I'm grieving, and I don't care how disciplined you are, those things matter. Sickness matters because your immune system is working. A new dog matters because your routine is different and your subconscious is listening for movement. Grief matters because grief isn't just sadness. Grief is your nervous system recalibrating to a new reality. So if you're going through something, stress, illness, loss, uncertainty, and your sleep is getting chopped up, that doesn't make you fragile. It makes you human. What I want to do today is give you the real reasons this happens in normal language, and then I'm going to give you a simple protocol you can use tonight. Because the biggest trap with waking up at night is the spiral, and the spiral is what turns sometimes into every night. So here are the big reasons people wake up between 2 and 4. And I want you to listen for which one sounds like you. First one is stress. Real stress. Not just emotional stress, but stress as a lifestyle. The kind where you're responsible, you're productive, you're handling things, you're performing, you're keeping it together, but you never truly come down. A lot of high-performing adults don't realize they're living in mild fight or flight because it's been their normal for so long. So during the day, you can push through. But at night, the bill comes due. I call it the vigilance tax. You can pay it during the day with tension, and then you can pay it at night with broken sleep. If you wake up and your mind instantly starts planning, worrying, replaying conversations, scanning the future, your nervous system is still on duty. And you can have a strong work ethic and a weak recovery ethic. Most people have never trained recovery the way they train productivity. Second cause is breathing. And I know breathing gets turned into trendy internet stuff. I'm not talking about take a deep breath and manifest. I'm talking about mechanics. A lot of adults breathe like they're being hunted. Upper chest breathing, shallow breathing, mouth breathing, never fully finishing the exhale. And your nervous system listens to your breathing more than it listens to your thoughts. Your nervous system doesn't speak English. It speaks breath, light, and chemistry. So if your breathing is guarded all day, your body stays guarded at night. Here's a line I want you to remember. If your exhale is short, your fuse is short. When the exhale doesn't finish, your body never gets the all clear. So sleep gets lighter, your system checks in, and it wakes you up. Third cause, blood sugar. If you eat late, snack late, have dessert, drink alcohol, even just a couple, your blood sugar can spike and then crash a few hours later. When it crashes, your body releases adrenaline and cortisol to rescue you. So you wake up with a racing heart, sometimes sweaty, sometimes hungry, sometimes just wide awake. That's not insomnia. A lot of the time, it's your body stabilizing you. Late night sugar is not comfort. It's a loan with interest at 3 a.m. And alcohol doesn't help you sleep. It helps you pass out, and then it collects later. Fourth cause is illness and inflammation. If you're fighting a cold, your immune system is active, temperature regulation changes, congestion messes with breathing, your resting heart rate can be higher. Sleep gets fragmented. So if you're sick and you're waking up, doesn't mean you're failing. That's your body doing night work. Fifth cause is grief. Grief doesn't care about your schedule. During the day, you can function, you can even feel okay because you're moving. At night, when it gets quiet, your guard drops and grief has a space. My dog died a month ago, and I'm not going to pretend that doesn't affect my sleep. Grief is not a mood, it's an internal remodel, and remodels are loud at inconvenient times. Sixth cause is environment. Sleep is fragile. New dog means movement and little noises. Different routine, subconscious vigilance. Room temperature matters. Light matters. And your phone matters. And now I want to add something important because I don't want you to hear everything I just said and assume it's always stress or always mindset. Sometimes there's a very real physical reason you're waking up, and if you ignore it, you'll keep spinning your wheels. So here's a short section I call, Don't Ignore These Red Flags. If any of these are you, take it seriously. Not with panic, just with intelligence. First red flag, snoring, gasping, dry mouth, or waking with headaches. That can be sleep apnea or airway issues, and people will call it insomnia when it's really the body waking up because breathing got unstable. If that sounds like you, it's worth getting checked. Second red flag, waking up to pee every night. A lot of people act like that's just aging. Sometimes it's late fluids or alcohol. Sometimes it's caffeine. Sometimes it's blood sugar. And sometimes it's connected to sleep apnea. Either way, it's a data point. Third red flag, pain waking you up. If your neck, shoulder, back, or hip pain is waking you up, that's not in your head. Pain is a sleep fragmenter. You can do all the breathing in the world, but if your body is screaming, it's going to wake you up. Fourth red flag, reflux. If you ever wake up with a burning feeling, sour taste, or you feel pressure in the chest that gets better when you sit up, that's reflux. Late meals, alcohol, heavy fatty foods, those can trigger it. Fifth red flag, stimulants or meds. Caffeine timing is huge. People tell me they only have coffee in the morning, and then I find out they're having it at noon, or they got pre-workout or nicotine or something else that stays in the system way longer than they think. Some meds and supplements can fragment sleep too. And for women, sixth red flag, hormone shifts. If you're dealing with night sweats, hot flashes, or your sleep changed dramatically in your late 30s, 40s, or 50s, Hormones can play absolutely a big part in that story. Doesn't mean you're stuck. It means we don't ignore the obvious. Now, I'm not saying all of this to overwhelm you. I'm saying it so you stop blaming yourself and you stop guessing. Most people aren't short on discipline. They're short on signal clarity. Now, here's a part where I help you tonight, because the goal at 3 a.m. is not fix your sleep. The goal is to create safety, because sleep comes after safety. First rule, no phone. Not because I'm moralizing, because light and novelty tell your brain it's time to be awake. Second rule, you don't negotiate with your mind at 3 a.m. I call it the 3 a.m. negotiation, and it's where people accidentally train insomnia. If you start planning at 3 a.m., you teach your brain that 3 a.m. is work time. If you scroll at 3 a.m., you're feeding the monster you're trying to starve. So you go physical. Mouth closed. Easy inhale through the nose. Long, slow exhales through the nose, like you're letting air leak out slowly. And I want you to feel the inhale expand the ribs wide and back, not just the chest up. That's 360-degree breathing, not as a trend, as a lever. Exhale longer than you inhale. 6 to 10 cycles, nothing heroic. If you're straining, you're missing the point. The point is safety. Then give your brain something boring and repetitive. Count exhales from 1 to 20, or repeat a short prayer, or do a body scan, jaw, tongue, shoulders, belly, no story, because story is fuel. And if you fuel story at 3 a.m., you stay awake. Now here's the deeper truth. You can't expect your body to downshift at night if you never practice downshifting in the day. Downshift capacity is a skill, so the goal isn't perfect sleep. The goal is the ability to wake up and come back down, because that skill changes your sleep, your recovery, your pain, your anxiety, your ability to train, your ability to lead, and your ability to be present with the people you love. One more thing, because I need you to hear this without shame. If you're waking up at night while you're grieving or sick or in a hard season, you're not failing. You're processing. Your nervous system is doing what it was designed to do. This isn't about sleep hacks. It's about safety and the skill of coming home to your body.